Hi yogis, welcome back to my yoga YouTube channel. Today we'll do back bends. So I think that the back bends are really important for healthy spine in order to maintain the flexibility, mobility, but also strength for the back muscles. We are often sitting a lot during the day, and basically then we suffer from back pain or even herniated discs, which is already a more severe condition. So I think it's very good as prevention for back pain to do twists as well as back bends regularly. Today you will need 2 yoga blocks, something like this. If you don't have yoga blocks, you can find a thick book at home or roll a blanket or maybe some firm pillow, not too soft, whatever you find at home. When you're ready, just roll out your mat and I'll see you there. So today we'll start on our back, but lying on the blocks or the rolled blanket or the pillow, whatever you found at home. One should be a little bit closer to you. We'll use it under the thoracic spine. The other one a little bit apart. We'll use it to support the back of our head. So then lay down, placing yourself as described. So one under the spine, the other one under the back of your head. And just let your feet being slightly bent. You can rest the knees against each other. The hands are just resting next to your body on the mat. And just start to relax. Take maybe a few deep breaths. If at any point you would feel that the high of the block or blanket or whatever you have under the thoracic spine is too high, feel free to adjust yourself. So it shouldn't be sharp pain, it should feel really good, like really opening the heart, opening the spine. And we can also take the arms to the sides. And just take a few deep breaths. So one of the important things to remember when we are doing back bends is that we are not back bending just from our lumbar spine, so the lower back. We want to evenly distribute the back bend throughout our whole spine. And in order to do that, you should think that you're rather back bending from the thoracic spine, so from the rib cage, from above, from the heart. And then you are taking the lower back with you just when you are doing deeper back bend. But it's rather length in the lower back and back bend in the upper back. Otherwise, we are sometimes really putting too much pressure on the lower back, and that's not good. Also, the neck should be usually in extension of the curvature of the spine. So try to not compensate maybe for lack of back bend through just looking up and back bending from your neck. It should not create more tension in the neck muscles. So just take a few more breaths here, letting the heart open. Relaxing the muscles, letting them melt around the block / blanket / pillow, what you are using. So it's important that it's something under your back what is a little bit more stirred, a little bit more firm, so that it's really pressing the spine to open a little bit. And then with inhale, you can bring the hands up, take hold of your elbows, and with exhale, bring the elbows behind your head. Keep breathing. And with inhale, again, hands up. And exchange the elbows, so the other one is up as before. And again, exhale back. Beautiful. Once again, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Bring hands up. Release the hands. And then using your elbows, come up slowly and remove the blocks from your way. We can put them to the side completely. Better here. Good. And let's come on all four into our cat-cow position. That's also great to warm up the spine a little bit, but this time we will do it with engagement of always one arm and the opposite leg. So straighten right arm and the left leg. Inhale, look up, and exhale, down. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale once again up, and maybe you can stay here or you can take hold of your ankle. And then by pressing into the ankle, coming into a little bit of a back bend. Very good, and release. And the same on the left side. So now left arm, right leg, inhale. And exhale, join the elbow to the knee. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. And once again, you can stay here, or you can try to take hold of your ankle. And by pressing into the ankle, coming into a back bend. This is again working on our shoulders as well, opening also the shoulders, which is also important in order to be able to do back bends. And then release. Beautiful. Tuck your toes and come into down dog, keeping feet hip distance and hands shoulder distance apart. You can keep the knees bent a little, pedaling from one leg to the other, releasing the muscles. It's our first down dog. Let's do some spinal waves. So with inhale, round back forward. And exhale back. Think about really going one vertebra after another, as we are really focusing on the back bends today. On our back, try to move slowly, one vertebra after another. And exhale again. Beautiful. Step forward towards your arms. Take hold of your elbows, just hang a little. And roll up. Inhale. And exhale, hands to middle, Namaste. We will do a little bit of side stretches. So you can bring your left leg in front of your right leg. With inhale, hands up. And with right arm, take hold of your left wrist. With inhale, prolong. And with exhale, side bend. Inhale up, exhale, exchange. Right leg in front of left. Inhale, left arm takes hold of right wrist. And exhale to the side. And inhale. Beautiful. Let's do a variation of sun salutations. Today we'll go with transitions through low lunge and also through knees, chest, chin position, but we'll get there, I will explain. So big toes together, little space between your heels, engage the outer hips, engage the core. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Adha. Exhale, right leg, step back. Bring the knee on the ground, low lunge, hands in front of the heart. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back with the left leg. And now bring the knees to the ground, bring the chest to the ground, and bring the chin to the ground. So it's a nice back bend, heart opening as well. And from here, just slide forward into Cobra. And with exhale, back through knees, come to Down Dog. Very good. Inhale, right leg forward, big step. Knee to the ground, hands in front of the heart. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Hands to the ground, step forward. Inhale, all the way up. And exhale. We'll repeat the same on the left side. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg, step back. Hands to heart. Exhale, hands to ground, step back. Knees to the ground. And now you need to bring the chest not so much forward as we would do in Chaturanga, because we want to have the back bend. So we need to maybe shorten the stand a little and bring the chest to the ground, the chin, and then slide forward for Cobra. And then exhale, Down Dog. Inhale, left leg, step forward. Hands in front of the heart, low lunge. And with exhale, step forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale. Let's repeat the same on the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg back. Low lunge, hands in front of the heart. Exhale, step back. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, either Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Big step, again low lunge. This time we'll stay here a little bit longer, and now bring the left arm to the ground. And let's try to take hold of the left leg, of the ankle. So what is also important for back bends is to have the hip flexors open, so the front of the hips, because otherwise if they are not stretched nor not open, they will not let you go into the back bend. So try to pull the leg a little bit closer. Yes, it's stretching also the quadriceps, but it's also stretching the hip flexors. Beautiful. And then release, both hands to the ground. Inhale. With exhale, big step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's repeat the same on the left side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg back. Low lunge. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Step back. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale, Down Dog. With big inhale, left leg forward. And again, low lunge, knee to the ground, hands in front of the heart. And once again, let's do the variation to stretch our hip flexors. So right arm to the ground, and we'll try to take hold of the right ankle from behind. Once again, we are trying to this time work on the right quadriceps and right hip flexors. It's fine if you are not able to completely reach the leg, just work towards it. Already just the action that the knee is bent is actually making some stretch in the quads and in the hip flexors. So it's completely fine. You can always use a strap if you have one, but if you don't, it's fine. And then release, inhale. And with exhale, big step forward, forward fold. And inhale all the way up. And exhale. Very good. Once again, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. This time, inhale, halfway up, look. And with exhale, just step back into plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Very good. So I hope that you are starting to feel the front open. We now also have to strengthen our back a little bit, activate the back muscles, which are actually working and getting us into the back bends. So with a rounded back, come forward. And exhale, lower down. Completely to the ground. We will do Locust pose. So bring the hands along your body, next to your body. And with inhale, rise up. Try to not let the legs go completely to the side. So try to keep them parallel. You're just activating the muscles here, also the glutes. A little bit more, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Release. We'll do once again the same, or you can take it further into bow pose. So it's up to you. You can either repeat Locust pose, so just rising up both arms and the legs off the ground, or you can bend the legs and take hold of your ankles. And by pressing with the ankles, you are rising up. So with inhale, rise up. If you have the bow pose, it's working not only on strengthening the muscles, opening your heart, but it's also working on opening your shoulders, so the front shoulders. We will need this later on also in Camel Pose, which we will do shortly. And then release. Very good. So always when we are doing release, lying on our belly, you have the option to keep the head straight, or you can use one side, one cheek, and the other side. If you are doing the cheeks, then try to do always first one and then the other, to not always have just one. Good. And then come up into down dog again. So pushing against the mat and coming up into down dog. Very good. So we'll try to do wild think. With inhale, raise your right leg up. Open scorpion, open the hips to the side. And then with inhale, bring the shoulders to the front. So your hands should be beneath your shoulders, or at least almost. And bring the toes of your right leg to the ground. And from here you can start to open, so bringing more weight into the right leg and turning. So you can be more sideways, that's also fine. Or if you feel that you have the support and the strength, you can also open with the belly up, coming almost into a wheel pose, but just with one arm on the ground. something like that. Of course, you don't have to have the legs completely straight, just working towards it. So whatever variation you feel that it's working for you, that it's not hurting, but it's opening your heart, opening your chest. Nice back bend. And then come back the same way as we came there. We are coming back into our three-legged dog. So turning both hands to the ground, three-legged dog. And exhale, both legs to the ground. Let's do the same on the left side. So with inhale, left leg up, open to the side, scorpion pose. With the leg at least. And then again, inhale, bring the shoulders forward, bring the left leg on the ground, and open to the side. Wild thing. And again, it's completely fine if you are more on the side, if you don't have straight legs, just whichever variation is working for you. And again, come back to the middle, both hands to the ground, three-legged dog, and exhale. Beautiful. With inhale, bring knees to the ground, sit on the heels. Let's take a moment here. Very good. We are coming to our camel pose. So rise the hips up, and from here we'll do our back bend. You can do the first variation supporting yourself on the lower back. So you can bring the hands on your lower back. You can do with fingers pointing to the sides or fingers pointing completely up. That's up to you. I don't know, depends if the flexibility also in your wrists allows it. And then with inhale, what we spoke about at the beginning, first think about length and then think about going into the back bend mostly from the thoracic spine and then taking the lower back with you. So we shouldn't do just something like this and then this. Try to keep the length and from there. So we'll do together. Bring your hands down, inhale and exhale. Just as long as it's comfortable for you. And inhale back up and exhale, sit on the heels. This pose can be a lot, so feel free to not go very deep and just gentle back bend. Completely up to you. We will repeat the same once again. You can do the same variation, supporting yourself on the lower back, or you can also tuck the toes and then bring one hand on the one heel and the other hand on the other heel. And from here, you still want to kind of maintain the nice, evenly distributed back bend in the whole spine. And you don't want to take the hips too much back with you. You want to keep pushing the hips forward. So whichever variation you want, and come with inhale and exhale. The neck should be in prolongation of the spine. And then in order to come up, you can again bring the hands on your lower back. Inhale and exhale. Sit on the heels. So if you are going to do back bends also on your own at home, what we don't want to do is going from deep back bend into deep forward fold immediately. So it's also not so healthy for the spine. Basically, we want to first take a little bit of time in a neutralization pose, like we are doing, for example, now. And then you can proceed with forward folds, of course. Also, twists are considered as neutralization poses for the spine in between back bends and forward folds. So we can raise our hands, inhale. And with exhale, take one twist into one side. And inhale, come back to middle. And exhale to the other side. Inhale, come back to middle. And exhale. Let's come out into our down dog once again. Let's take one round of vinyasa. So from down dog, round back, come forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Very good. And now just step forward. We want to come into sitting and into lying, because we are going to do the final backbend pose in our flow, and it will be either a bridge pose or even a wheel pose. So come on your back. First we can take the knees to our chest, hug the knees a little. You can rock from side to side. Then bring the feet again to the ground. Let's just take a few moments here. And we'll transition into our bridge pose. So you want the heels really close to your butt. So you can even touch them with the fingertips. And then from here, engaging not only the back muscles, but also your glutes and your hamstrings. You want to rise up. Inhale. You can come higher on your shoulders. And you can maybe even interlace fingers underneath your back. And try to not splay the knees to the side. And that's kind of bypassing a little bit the tightness in the hip flexors, but then it can create too much compression in the lower back. So we want to have always the knees nicely parallel. Once again, don't forget to engage also the glutes. You can check if they are tight. And exhale, release. Very good. And now you can repeat once again the same, or we can go to the kind of next level, the wheel pose. So in order to come to wheel, we want to first come to the top of our head, the crown of our head, supporting yourself with the arms. So the arms are next to the ears and come up on top of our head. And from here, you can maybe bring the hands again next to your head and pressing slightly up into wheel pose. So the shape of the wheel is going to be different from person to person, basically. It's completely fine if you have the legs and the arms wider from each other, or you can slowly work towards bringing them a little bit closer. It's completely fine. If you feel very confident, you can of course go even closer, but that's already a little bit more advanced level. So wherever you are, try to still think about the even distribution of the back bend throughout the whole spine. And then with exhale, again, lower down. Great job. And just let the knees fall towards each other. Taking again a few breaths right here to neutralize the spine. We don't want to jump into forward fold immediately. I can promise you this was it from the back bending poses. I hope that you really felt like we worked towards this final pose, that your hip flexors were prepared and open, as well as your abdominal muscles, your shoulders, the back of the body, the spine, the glutes were engaged for a nice, healthy back bend. And then bring your right leg to the chest, straighten your left leg. Let's take our supine twist. So again, we want to keep the shoulder on the ground as always. And then exchange. Left leg to the chest. Right one is straight. And take twist. And again, come back to middle, and this time both knees to the chest. You can hug your knees, literally. And let's just rock a little bit on the spine, up and down. Up and down. And then let go, finish on your back. And let's take Shavasana. So release all the muscles, let your feet fall to the sides, palms are facing up. Release the muscles around your back and your neck, even on your face. You don't have to control your breathing if you did before with Ujjayi breath. I hope that you can feel the energy of the body shifted comparing to the beginning of the class. Back bends are often associated with open heart, also in our life. So I hope that you can go on in your day with heart open. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.